Picture this. It's Christmas 1999. You go downstairs, you open up all your gifts, and you're surprised by this diamond in the rough, which is Spyro 2 Ripto's Rage. You've wanted it since those weird commercials in November, and now it's yours. You get to jump into the second game of your favorite purple dragon, and what do you find? After a very cute cutscene showing Big Bad Ripto and all the other side characters, they set you down in the land of Glimmer. I'm Adam from VGS, and today I want to talk about why the level design in Ripto's Rage is near perfect. Spyro 2 Ripto's Rage, or Gateway to Glimmer in Europe, came out in November of 1999, almost a whole year after the first Spyro. Designed by Insomniac Games, the creators of the upcoming Spiderman and Ratchet and Clank, Ripto's Rage started development right after Spyro the Dragon came out to critical acclaim and saved PlayStation from going downhill. Thankfully, Insomniac had more of a development team this time around, compared to the first Spyro where they only had about 6 people working on the game. Let's first and foremost talk about the aesthetics of the levels in Ripto's Rage, and oh my god, this game is pretty for its time. Just look at all the colors. This palette is absolutely beautiful and catches your eyes immediately. The greens in Glimmer and Summer Forest are great examples of how level design catches the player's eye. There are too many AAA games that use gray or dark colors as their main palette, and it just gets so boring. It's not just the green colors though, it's the beautiful detailed skies, whether it be clear blue or a cloudy night. You can tell the artists really care. In an article for Game Sophistry back in 2000, Insomniac artist John Frito said, "Once your basic game design has been completed, as an artist or level designer, you ought to start thinking about specific ways that the world you are creating will draw the player in. Which emotions will your world or level need in order to draw players and entice them to stay? When selecting a level's color palette, you're also making a decision about the underlying emotion of that level." This is what I'm talking about. In the first Spyro, they nailed the vibrant colors to a T, and in Ripto, they expanded upon it even more by adding more levels and caring about every single one individually. There isn't a level in the whole game that isn't unique. Adding to the aesthetics is the music design. Guys and gals, this music is my jam. If you haven't heard it, please listen because it will be stuck in your head. Composed by Stuart Copeland of a small band called The Police. What Copeland would do is he would play the game without any music under it, and then write the music to the game, just like you would do a movie or TV show. Every single level has its own distinct soundtrack, and it fits the level so well. It wouldn't be the same without it. In Spyro 1, you have 1 or 2 main objectives: collect gems and release the frozen dragons. But in Ripto's Rage, Insomniac builds upon that and blows it out of the water. This is a prime example of how you make a better sequel than the original. First, new mechanics. Sure, the roll mechanic is gone in this game, but you get a slew of new abilities and characters that will help you along the way in Avalar. As soon as you get to Avalar, you're greeted by Allura, and then she sends you on your merry way, but there's water in Summer Forest. You fall in the water and oh my goodness, you can swim! Might I add, the underwater levels handle so beautifully that I don't want to throw my controller like I do in Mario 64. So how do you get the ability to dive? Well, like you paid for the bridge to be set up in Glimmer by the evil moneybags, you have to pay them to learn how to dive and swim underwater. While we're on the topic, Mr. Moneybags is actually a great character for the game. Maybe not personally because he is the world's biggest jerk, but he gives the gems you collect even more meaning than just a collect-a-thon. Secondly, level progression. In Spyro 1, every world gets a little more difficult, as straightforward as it goes, but in Ripto's Rage, you really feel it. For example, I didn't play this game for about a year and a half because I couldn't beat Gulp for the life of me. And when I did, I was 21 and I cried because I was so happy. The bosses feel scary in this game. In the last game, Nasty Nork was a little too easy and was like the only boss that took time to beat. Once you get past Gulp, it gets pretty difficult. I'm not calling it Dark Souls, but I almost broke many controllers because of this game. The thing is, I usually don't like those kind of games that are just hard for no reason. But in Ripto, you feel like you're getting better with every level and every orb you collect. It's that sense of progression that makes me love this game and applaud for what it's accomplished. Thirdly, a bigger world, and oh boy, here's the thing. This game's world is absolutely massive. It's not GTA or Skyrim, of course, but for a platformer in 1999, it is huge with content. The main reason for this is the bigger storyline, which includes all the minigames. The minigames range from hockey to releasing baby turtles, so you never know what you're going to have to do to get those shiny orbs. All the levels in this world have their own unique quirk, just like the last game, but this time, before every level, there's a cute little cutscene to show you what happened and why you have to fix the predicament that these characters are in. Spyro 2 Ripto's Rage is a game that designers should look upon and expand even more. From the vast color palette to the use of new mechanics to the level progression, Insomniac has shown that they can hang with the big boys of Nintendo and Super Mario. As a massive platformer fan, I hope soon in the future we get some more games like this that aren't just brought back for nostalgia. But with that said, on September 18th this year, it is the 20th anniversary since Spyro first came out on our screens, and remastering this series would be a really nice gift. Did you agree with me? Which Spyro game is your favorite? Comment down below. I've been Adam for VGS, and remember to bleed for your art.